mother truckers. I just realized my mic needed to be moved over. How's everyone doing? I missed you all last week. We didn't have anything. I couldn't be here than everybody else. And then it turns out I could be here because I use meth and all the other things.
Because what?
Yeah, so the job that I was going to orientation
drug
last week, meth showed up on my drug test because of my ADHD meds. And they're like, oh, that would be amphetamine, not methamphetamine. I was like, well, not if my drug was methylphenidate. And they didn't run a sensitivity test, and they didn't bother to contact my pharmacy to like get my prescription list. They're just like, no, you're a drug user, and you need to leave right now, kind of thing. So I could have been here very much like right at the like starting point, but people were sick and it was overwhelming for everybody. So it was good that we had the day off. But I do meth.
Is it all
apparently.
sorted now?
No, it was sorted in the way that they said it's finalized. You're not coming to work here. And I said, joke's on you. I wasn't going to come work here anyway after how you guys treated me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if it had been cleared up, I would have been like,
you'd think that they're smarter than that.
Both
you know what, though? They're all those people that are like, there's no such thing as ADHD and autism, so you don't even want to work there anyway.
No.
But yeah, so that was fun. And like the lady who was going to be my boss, like I've known her forever. I actually used to be her youth pastor back in the day. And she's like, I'm so sorry it didn't work out. I was like, yeah, because I've never even I don't even know what meth looks like. Like I've seen it on TV and I don't even know how real that is. Like, but you just need to take a look at me and know I've never done meth. Like, it's stupid. But I told her, I was like, the way this whole thing was handled was like a huge clusterfuck, and you guys might want to reevaluate that because that was awful from top to bottom. Anyway, I'm much happier here. I didn't want to do it anyway because it was going to be days away from studying, and I'm doing terrible in one of my classes, so I need to study. Love you all.
Stay at school.
It's wild to me how
And don't
Dustin
do
is going
drugs.
through basically the same thing I went through in college, but like now. Getting kicked out of shit, having ADHD that's causing problems, failing classes. This is my college experience.
This anatomy and physiology class, like the professor's like, you guys need to try harder. Everybody is failing this class, but we need to try harder. He's like, email me if you have questions. So somebody emails him with questions. He's like, try harder. So email me if you don't understand that. Like, that's basically the responses we've gotten from this guy. Like, the class average is 50s. And he's like, that's highly disappointing. And I'm like, yeah, maybe you should do something about it. Like, teach. So tomorrow I'm meeting with my study buddy again and a tutor.
No wonder I hated high school, because I was undiagnosed and I was basically told, you're just dumb. And I'm like, cool.
This is why
I feel super dumb, so that's good.
You're not dumb. This is why Tails is a very inclusive group, everyone, because you have stupid shit that happens like this all over the place, and we don't do that.
And it's a safe space.
Mm-hmm.
To be dumb and do dumb shit.
Or to,
and doing dumb shit is encouraged.
D&D!
You can roll for it. And maybe it's not dumb.
Speaking of dumb shit, we are almost to 100 episodes, and that's
like,
amazing. We're so close. I can taste it.
Okay,
what does 100 episodes taste like?
Some fava beans and a nice
Don't
candy.
answer it.
I was going to say not regret.
A little salty.
A little salty?
Little.
Depends on how much pineapple you had the night before.
Like this fake wash I had one time.
It's definitely making me thirsty. Episode 100 will be the thirstiest episode yet.
Oh, good God.
I swear it on my ancestors.
We can't let Matt die. Okay, they're sick.
God, we had Tails Does Tales on Monday.
We did. Mm-hmm. God, it was such a good episode. These little wiggle waggles have dodged going into the dragon without having like a full rest before. They like cleared this whole level of the dungeon. I was just like, all right, we'll go back and long rest.
We're technically, what we're going to do is each of us is going to have a week off for the next 4 weeks, so we can't move forward. Another fishing episode!
I am genuinely glad that y'all, like, we've done so well so far of like having these long adventure days, and the dragon has been amped up as so scary that like, no, we don't need to go there yet. We'll fish. We'll get some rations, right? Survival horror, right? We need fish. I love it. But yeah, next week, episode 46 should be our dragon fight. If all goes according to plan.
Just out of curiosity, how many episodes does TPK have?
That number is really difficult to count because like they're numbered non-sequentially across the arcs. Arc 3 is up to 12. There's 12 episodes in Arc 3.
I'm just curious how many it's like total. It's just fun to rub that in Billy's face.
I think in the any face rub, it's just me. I think TPK has more episodes in aggregate across all 3.5 of the arcs than Tales does does. I think it's close.
But it's been running longer too.
It has been running longer.
Yeah.
But
Anyway.
we had a big gap.
Apparently, we were supposed to have Total Party Psyos this last week too.
We were.
and
There was a lot of scheduling problems.
It was
and
weird. It was
snafus.
really weird. Yeah.
Time is a flat soup, and we beg your forgiveness, chat.
I could have sworn.
I would have sworn it was the next.
You know
it was,
what?
like, this week.
You know what it is? The week before, we were like, oh, no Psyos this week. And then we didn't have the game Wednesday. And so I just assigned in my brain, that was the last time we talked about it. It must be this Friday.
I wasn't sure if maybe you thought it was supposed to be the last Thursday, like the last, like the, you know what I mean, of the, like, because that couple of people were like, oh yeah, every fourth Friday, that's just the last Friday of every month. And it's like, no, it's not. No.
Nope, just bad at math
It happens.
and at love. Anyway, we're glad to be here. It's song, by the way. We had TPK, Tales to Tales. We have Sunset. We have Patreon. We have polls up. Go vote in the polls. I think there's a couple different things.
There are a couple. You can still post ideas for random encounters for the next arc of Tales Does Tales, along with voting on what the in between the dungeons arc will be for Tales Does Tales.
Do we have polls up yet for us?
That'll be on May 1st. So
Okay,
when the month rolls over, there's going to be a lot of Vengalia stuff dropping.
I
so
didn't want
get
to
excited.
spoil things, so I thought I would. Okay, so
Just
go
a
check that
little
out.
teaser there
A little
for you.
teaser.
There's nipples involved. There's nipples and everything, because mammals. Anyway, we have sponers.
You can milk anything, Nicholas.
Speaking of nipples, we have sponers. So click on those. Day 20, do you run anything right now special?
Haley's having a moment. I'm waiting to see if she talks. Nothing special at the moment. Looking forward to next week when something new's going to drop. I'm excited about that.
But we still have GameStop, so click that link. Are we still with the Fresh Zone people, the Foodie Fresh?
I haven't seen HelloFresh, so I think Stream Elements is not automatically posting it. So no HelloFresh for now, but I'm sure they'll be back. They like the Terminator.
Okay. God, we need to get Marvel Snap back. That was fun. I've been playing that like nonstop too now. Conlon, you got me back into it, and I hate you. We'll talk decks later. Anyway,
It's a problem.
Just two bros talk about their decks.
How big's your deck? Depends on the day. I think we're good. We're ready. We've talked some sponers. We've talked some shows. We've talked. I could read a poem, but we'll save that for later. I just read it for everybody else right before we went live.
No. You need to save it. You need to
That's what I
like
said, we'll
harness this. No, harness the secret so that you can publish it, and then you can get all the spoilers that come with it.
Maybe we'll reserve it for episode 100.
Ooh.
That's actually a good idea.
A poetry reading.
Def
But now,
Jam Vengalia.
once again, I think it's time to return to the sunset over Vengalia. When last we left off, the heroes were trying to deal with the consequences of, burning down a motherfucking orphanage. Nemea had intentionally, inadvertently made some sort of additional contact with Levistus, and there was some inquiries about assistance, and some offers of assistance were given, but temporarily rejected after Nemea was teleported to Levistus's level of hell, and confronted Levistus behind his frozen throne, and ended up holding a contract that not only could she not get rid of, but she couldn't destroy. She ended up coming back to the material plane, and this all happened in the space of a breath or some other frozen moment of time where nobody even noticed that she had been gone. After having discussion about the contract, Quorus had left her and decided that he was going to scry to see if Malchus was still around. Indeed, as the orb flared to life, Quorus did see Malchus. Hiding behind a mask, one arm appeared to be some sort of armor encased, in some sort of temple, giving instructions to other people nearby. The voice was both Malchus and not Malchus. The eyes were different. There was just this shocking look about something being off. They were in some sort of temple, but unable to determine where or whose. This kind of sent Quorus a little feeling some sort of way. Void came back and confronted Nemea and the contract situation and asked if she wanted help with getting rid of the contract, to which Nemea agreed. Void focused, concentrated, prayed to Ishki, and encased their arms in some sort of divine runes, and with the power of palimpsest and Ishki was able to slice through and destroy the contract, but at some seriously heavy cost to themselves that has yet to fully be played out, but it's a level of exhaustion that Void has never felt before. Not even as Nanashi.
Wow, you had to throw that in.
The group then managed to have a nice long rest, used Edie's teleportation circle, arriving back in Saison in the cellar of those buns dough, shredding a whole bunch of bags of flour, coming up totally covered in flour. Got that flour lung. Managed to find Tofu, who has been subsisting off a diet of mostly sweets and sugars. Has become like a focal point, a mascot, if you would, of those buns dough, and has kind of little circus kind of thing where Tofu gets all the attention and enjoys living a happy life. They repaid some of the damage and made their way out back to meeting with the council, where they had a brief update of what's going on, made some plans to talk with some others, and then Void let Dominic Godfroy know that they needed to talk with him. And just as the council wrapped up their meeting, Void went aside to address Dominic. And that's where we're picking up. So you wanted to see me?
Yes. I thought before we get any further into working together that we should clear the air a bit. I've not been entirely honest with you, and I don't think that's going to make for a healthy working relationship.
He looks confused and intrigued.
This recent engagement of ours is not the first time we've met, but you would not recognize me. And I have some things to atone for.
I don't... Whatever it is this really the appropriate time? We have much that's going on.
We do. I don't want this lingering and potentially causing frustrations between us when it doesn't need to. Do you remember that party that you threw about 2 years ago?
Thinks back for a moment. My wife throws a lot of parties, but I believe I vaguely recall this one.
It's interesting. You should bring up Paloma. This is there may have been an incident you recall where someone wearing your face was with her.
Speak plainly.
I do not pretend to be a good person, although I'd like to think I've been improving. And I did a very terrible thing that I regret. And I would like to apologize to you and to Paloma and set things right.
Plainer.
It was me who did that.
He tenses up. Say it. Say the words.
I pretended to be you in order to be intimate with your wife.
His hand just grabs you by the throat and slams you up against the wall. And he just starts squeezing.
Is this really the behavior appropriate of a council member? I realize the news is rather bad, but I think we could show a bit of decorum, considering the circumstances and location.
It is my position as a council member that has stayed my hand thus far from squeezing any tighter than it is. He thinks about it for a moment and then drops you to the ground. You son of a bitch. This was not information that needed to be known right now. This was information that could have waited. There was no harm to anyone but you by holding on to this information right now.
Unless you found out about said information from not me. And then would you not have felt more deceived and more betrayed?
It has been 2 years and I have not found out the information. I wasn't even actively searching for information. What makes you think this information was going to come out now?
Some amongst us are not so loose-lipped, and I didn't know how much of the army might have reported back.
Apparently some amongst us are a little more loose in other ways as well.
Guilty?
Why should I let you live?
Because I'm attempting to do the right thing, and I do more good than bad.
Bad you do. Is very bad.
It is, hence me trying to reconcile it.
This is information that you should have kept to yourself. You are selfish, you are conceited, you are full of pride, and you think you are better than everyone else.
I will agree on all of those but the last.
There will be consequences for this action. But you are lucky I am a council member and not one in stance of my position is secure. Yours is very precarious, as is your attachment to your head right now. The only reason you are walking out of here right now is that there are bigger things to deal with. There are bigger wars to stop than this war between you and me. But make no mistake, this void, or whatever your name is war between you and me. You have made a powerful enemy.
I already
My
made that
trust.
enemy 2 years ago. I'd like to think that what I did now is an olive branch.
Son of a bitch. I knew nothing. There was no need for an olive branch. It was your own guilty conscience that required you to speak up today. And you know what? Sometimes you have to deal with it. That would have been an appropriate consequence for your actions, dealing with the guilt and just wallowing in it. I did not need to know.
I was honestly under the impression that you already knew that someone had done such a thing.
Yes, but who it was not known. And again, wasn't looking forward at this point. My wife and I had already worked on moving on and restoring that relationship. Now that I can put a face to it, you might have ruined that even more.
I would hope I haven't, but again, I can't. I am sorry if this is the wrong thing. I very often do that. I'm trying to do the right thing, and I hope that you see that. Even if you disagree, I hope that you see the intent rather than the reality.
Right now, saving the kingdom is the right thing. Restoring the king is the right thing. If you are able to go do that, then maybe we can discuss some sort of forgiveness, some absolution for your sins. But for now, there can be no forgiveness from me.
That is your right.
You took my right when you took my face. And when you took my wife. Get out of my sight before I lose my mind further, before I forget that I am a council member.
And I'll walk away.
As you walk away, he grabs a dagger and just squeezes it in his belt and then lets go and walks away himself the opposite direction. All right. You meet up with the rest of the heroes.
There you are.
That's all settled. What are we doing next?
Everything okay?
Oh, perfectly fine. Peachy.
What's everybody's passive perception?
I rolled below it.
Not
Passive.
Not insight, but passive perception.
Oh, passive perception is 14.
Okay.
15.
So both of you would notice maybe some red finger marks around the throat. But Alma, what did you roll for your insight?
That was a 14.
I only rolled an 8 for deception, so yeah.
Oh God.
You can tell Void's... It's not all right, but Void seems fine.
I want to do a mind link with Void. Now or later.
Later.
And I'll start speaking again. Well, I suppose our next order of business is the Thieves Guild, I imagine. Or there's also the matter of Norf, and seeing if he actually found some place for all of us to stay. Unless there was other topics that or subjects that we have to address.
Seems as good a spot as any to start.
Didn't Aldeem want to speak with you as well?
That's what it was. Yep. Would we know where Aldeem is for the most part? Like
The rest
at
of the
this-
group would. They had kind of a casual, like, standard meeting place outside the grounds that they used.
Oh yeah, with the 2 branches.
Looking like a cactus.
Just a stage cactus for like a high school play or something. Well, I suppose Aldeem is the next order of business then. Shall we?
Sounds good to me.
You guys make your way to that location outside the castle, and you see Aldeem kind of tucked behind a tree, just waiting for you. Not trying to hide, just kind of resting.
Just like
Um,
ready to pop out at any moment.
She's just holding 2 little branches.
Surprise! In a full ghillie suit.
Turns out it's a dummy all along, and she's actually been hiding in the trees, like up above, and drops down. Ooga booga booga. Well, it's good to see you all again. I'm glad you're all back safely.
It's good to see you're in one piece too.
Made a living out of it. Everything going on as hoped. Any other information that you withheld from the council? I am a secret keeper after all.
Secret collector.
There's a distinct difference.
Both can be true.
Is there anything
Both
else
are
we want to share with the
true.
group? I'm just saying that, looking towards Nemea and Chorus, who had their little like in the council meeting.
We had something in the council meeting? What?
Both of you
Yeah.
were like whispering at each other. Do we tell them about Levistus? Do we tell them about
Tell them
Saru?
about
And just like arguing back and forth in the background.
We were
like,
whispering to each other. I
is there
remember
anything
that.
you like
Mom
to
and
share
Dad are
with the
fighting.
group? Yeah.
Mom and Dad are fighting.
Pretty much. Nemea will just gesture to Chorus. It's balls in his park. Balls in his court?
Balls in his
Whatever
court.
that analogy is. There we go.
Balls in places. Who knows?
Balls in his pants. We don't know.
Oh god.
Well, what? Scylla doesn't have any.
Just the one ball, actually.
I don't think we have anything else to share. Nothing important at this time. That Celestial Renok is dead. I don't know if that's a secret. We might have already told you that.
The 21 on insight.
I mean, I'm not lying. I don't have
We
anything
don't
else
have
to
anything
share.
else we want to share with you. No, there is nothing we want to share
Yeah.
with you.
Right, no, and that's exactly what she's determining, is whether or not it's something that you are wanting to share or actually having to share. She's
Want me to roll
determining
for
the
this?
distinction. You can roll deception or
Go for it.
persuasion. It's up to you.
I have negative, so
No.
Oh god.
This is fine.
Everything's fine. We're fine.
I think we've told you everything that was relevant. Anything else that we haven't shared isn't your
We can
business.
trade secrets for.
Or that.
I'm simply trying to preserve a kingdom. If there's anything you have that would be relevant to that, I would like to hear it. If not, then it can wait.
Did we
Hmm.
tell her about the Wand of Wishes?
They know about the wand. They
Yeah,
know
okay.
that we like. The only things we omitted were Nemea talked to Levistus and the Zaroon, like taking usurping Matrix.
Usurping, yep.
Yeah. So she knows about like Welderland and like
Yes.
all the finer
Okay, cool, cool.
details that we
Everything
know
that's
about
relevant to actually finding Snurry and or the wand, they know.
Fine. In the interest of being upfront with things, important things to know, some weirdness going on potentially with Matrix, some weird god stuff there. Maybe her celestial person, angel thing is usurping her. And then also the devils might have something to do with Levistus. We've heard things from Levistus or about Levistus in our travels and interactions with the gods.
Well,
Edie's
that's-
just quickly updating the secrets and not secrets in her head. um,
roll to memorize. Yeah,
yeah.
that's yes.
I send a message quickly to Void, and I say, "Do we think it's worth seeing if they can look up this old symbol that Cora's found?"
It's not a bad idea. It's Chorus.
It's not too new information. Oh yeah, it's Chorus. Okay, I send a message to Chorus saying the same thing. I didn't want to interrupt his conversation, but I don't care now at this
And all
point
Dean just
because
kind of
Void
watching
didn't
this
give me an
exchange,
answer.
like, this
We're all
silent,
we all just go quiet for a second.
And we're all just like looking at each other,
It's
like
like
doing
when
the
you're
hand
talking to
man
a
gestures
child
with the
and baby
message.
stops to have to poop. It's just like, and then
What were we talking about?
We're a sly bunch, us.
Mm-hmm.
that's your somatic component there.
Replying to
Alright.
Edie, I guess. I think we investigate that one ourselves, and then if we don't come up with anything, we'll bring it to the council.
I give him a thumbs up from the corner of his eye.
All good.
Anyway, that's fine. If there's nothing else to share, then the only thing I would mention is that there's still no word from those missing secret keepers that I had sent you to look after. And in fact, who's the one you guys had? You had
Talking
met
to Falone.
Falone. Falone has also gone quiet. I've
Hmm.
not heard from him in some time. I would
Wasn't
appreciate.
he going under the name of Isaiah or?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Nemea doesn't know that. Scrap.
He is not. He's missed his last two report-ins. I would appreciate it if you could go back to the Thieves Guild and check on his status, his whereabouts, if you might.
Certainly.
I'm a little worried that our 3 informants have gone missing. From what he was telling me last time, there was no suspicion that they were council members, or not council members, secret keepers, but things happen. Maybe somebody found out about it and is shutting them up.
Could be coincidence, could be not.
Well, the Thieves Guild is our next stop anyway, so at least we can spearhead into that, at least. Let's just hope they don't mind 2 additional folks coming in. And I'll point to, like, myself and Nemea.
Yes, the Thieves Guild is notoriously open and accepting of people they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
One of their most beloved traits.
They're shining qualities.
Yes. You might need to think about something about that. I don't know if it's going in without those 2 or finding a way to incorporate them. I will leave that to yourself, but don't risk yourselves blowing your cover.
And maybe it's best if we hang out outside, Nemea. Just so that we don't throw suspicion to the wind.
Okay. I was just thinking, I gotta be real careful here.
It was all in the letter that Yuri left for us anyway, so don't worry about it.
Oh, that's right. I did find a letter in my bag.
Here, Nemea, it might be really confusing for you to get back to the group without knowing all this stuff. I've decided to write down everything that's happened in the past 6 days. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
There's no way Yuri would have done that. She'd be like, "Nah, you're on your own, bitch."
It could have just been what's his face, the other
Corey.
person, Corey. yeah.
Corey.
But he didn't know shit either.
Yeah.
Well, Yuri told him because they were friends, and then he
Mhm.
told Nemea because they were friends. It works out.
So wait, we've got it. What we've got to do is you've got to write the letter. You've got to then put headphones on while someone reads the letter, and you've got to type it back. And then that information is what you actually receive secondhand from Corey.
So this is just a game of telephone between Corey and Nemea. Oh my god, this is gonna end
Nemea.
well.
Between Taylor and all 3 of her characters.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
Best game of telephone ever.
It's not gonna get confusing at all.
Mhm.
The Thieves Guild is a underground secret thieves guild.
Yes, that's
And
Thieves Guild is a Thieves Guild for sure.
yeah, we encountered a subdivision of the Thieves Guild in
Fortress.
Fortress?
Fortress. Mhm.
They kind of know we're associated with the council, so I don't know if Saison's Thieves Guild will have that communication.
They don't know we're in the council. We didn't say that. The Fortress Thieves Guild.
But we've been traveling with the
army, yes.
Saison army.
It would not take much investigation to figure that out, but
Keith is also in charge, and I don't think we have to worry about Keith all too much, so...
I don't know, we didn't exactly leave one of his members in one piece.
he didn't exactly seem too beat up about one of his members not being in one piece, so... would be okay.
That's because we flexed. And word spreads. If someone was to infiltrate my organization, I would definitely put the word out to others.
We could always just the three of us go, who are already on the inside, see how it is, potentially broach an introduction with the two of you. Or at least say like, hey, we're going to get help from these two, don't worry about them. I don't know.
Whatever's gonna work.
I leave it all to you as to how you go about it. I just wanted to make sure that you could check in on that. Was there anything you needed from me, my services, the Secret Keepers?
I don't know if it might be worth the trouble of asking if you know of any faster means to get to Welderland.
Or really finding information about where in Welderland we need to go, where this wand is, who has it.
Or is there an enchanter here in Saison that we could commission? Enchant our own? Is that a possibility? Can that be done?
Enchant a wand?
That would be a steep ask.
Make our own?
I mean, if it's something that's something you would need to ask a wizard more than me, but from what I understand of magic, that is a particularly powerful spell that would not be just something available to the average enchanter. It would have to be somebody who made a lifetime of study or even had some level of almost divine interaction to help. If it is available, it would be somebody very powerful.
We should have asked Melkus. I mean, not Melkus. Fucking
Micah.
Micah. Too many M's.
With all due respect, I don't even know if Micah could do this.
Well, it's... I mean, if Edie has the components, we could go back, ask, and then jump to Weldon and...
Getting to Welderland is a much easier task than commissioning a wand, I would imagine. It's just a teleportation circle.
But then there's the difficulty of finding it.
Well, yes.
I'm not made of money, Namaya.
I can help. I can help you with that.
Again, this is more of a mage question. But we probably already have some sort of way to get you to Welderland. It would be getting back that might be a hard sell for you, but Grim might be able to get you there.
We can get back here easy.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't think that we're going to be able to make a magic item, guys.
But you're going to Welderland because you believe the wand to be there.
We're under the suspicion that it's going in that direction anyway, so...
It might be worth investing some time trying to find out more information before you jump around, because if you end up over there and it's not there, but if it's traveled, then you've thrown it. It's always better to measure twice and cut once, is what my father used to say.
Hence me asking you, if someone has
I
a way
will-
of finding information, I would imagine it's...
I will look into that, and I will put the resources to finding if there's anybody who knows or can point you in the right direction. I have a I have a thought, but I need to look into it to see if they're still around.
Is there also an update on Snurry? Do we cover that?
You mentioned Snurry, but
Yeah.
has she popped
Just
up
that
on your radar at all?
Not heard a word about her since the party. But that doesn't mean she's not around. Again, I can look for her to let you know if I hear anything. But Norf is probably excited to see you as well. I understand that you put him to some tasks, and he's been searching for a proper home for your council members.
Big task for a mighty small warrior. I have no doubt he'd probably found something good for us.
Be good to catch up with him.
And see if that bookworm is still wrapped around his little finger.
I remember her.
Yep.
The book talk girl, right?
Yep.
Yep. That we said was a prostitute, but apparently is not a prostitute.
Almost. We
Alma.
don't lump us with
Alma
that.
thought she
Alma
was a
said.
prostitute.
Yeah.
I, being the collective we,
Nope.
thought she was a
Nope.
prostitute.
Nope.
Yes. Anyway, I'm sure he would love to see you, and show you what he's found.
So, Norf or Thieves Guild first?
I think Norf. Thieves Guild is going to get complicated quickly, I think.
So Norf first
Okay.
it is.
Aldeem, can I
Okay.
provide a bit of unsolicited advice regarding this whole king business?
For sure.
If things continue to play out as they have, and finding the wand proves difficult or slow, it should be worth considering the ramifications of every person willing to sacrifice themselves in the government being sacrificed, leaving Cezanne in the hands of people much less good-willed. As great as the king was, having good people left might be a better option. Just something to ponder.
You're not entirely wrong, but at this point, it's undoable. We can't undo what's been done. And the king was a powerful force.
Well, if it can't be put back in the tube, then we do what we can.
Okay. Well, if you would like, we can send word to Norf to have him meet you somewhere. Is there somewhere that you would like to have him arrange to meet you?
Has he found anywhere? We could just meet him there.
Mm-hmm.
He has, but I think he's going to want to show you.
How about
There's a
just
couple of
nearby
options from what I
spot?
understand. So,
Just a nearby park?
well, there's a few different options in a couple of different districts. Again, this is kind of his thing that he's been running with. You tasked him with it, and he's been.
How about we just
Very
wait
diligent.
here then for him and then
Mhm.
we go from there?
Oh, I didn't know if you'd wanted to wait somewhere more comfortable, but you can wait here if you'd like.
Outside?
Yeah, outside is more comfortable.
I mean, it could take him a couple hours to arrive. You realize this?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Well, I didn't know if you wanted to, go to a tavern or something, but you can wait right here and outside. Completely allowed. All right. Well, then I will go send word, and we will have Norf arrive as quickly as possible.
Thank you.
Let's go climb trees.
Yes.
Yeah, once Eldim disappears, May's then going to turn to the rest of the group. Can we wait outside the castle grounds?
I would imagine it wouldn't hurt.
That would be my preference anyway.
Great.
Alright.
Better trees over there anyway.
So you guys are staying within the district, but you are heading outside the castle walls, essentially.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, you go wait. Is there anything you guys would like to do for the next couple hours while you wait for Norf to arrive?
Contemplate life choices.
Are there trees?
You can find some trees, yep.
Nice. Edie spends a little bit of time climbing them, and then once a few branches break, she starts then trying to form a battering ram to start
God.
breaking down the walls. She's just testing, seeing how strong they are.
Numaira will join Edie with climbing. But she's actually going to find like a high enough branch that she can climb up to and then hang upside down like a monkey bar and then hold her arms down to hold onto Edie and then like swing.
I will say the
So
type of trees that are in like within like the district are going to be more like decorative ornamental trees. They are not like big tall trees where you're like going to be able to hang upside down and still have somebody like. They're not that sturdy. They're more like fruit type trees, or you can climb some of them.
We
but
go for a 15 to 20 minute walk around the place to try and find a big enough tree to do so and set up shop there.
Inside the city, you are going to be hard pressed to find anything like that.
Cast in large.
I cast in large on a tree.
There you go.
Yeah.
I find a good shaped tree and I cast in large. I'll get rid of that spell slot. Done.
We've
got-
that.
And I get rid of a couple of sorcery points to double the spell length as well.
How long is it going to last for?
2 hours, I think?
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
That's all we get.
Oops.
Oh well.
It's gonna be an epic 5 minutes, though.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
This like apple tree just it swells up. The apples on it are now like bowling ball sized.
He's big enough to climb.
Hmm?
Oh, shut up.
Suffice it to say, I think Edie would be very proud of herself for having a massive ass apple tree in the middle of the city.
The poor worm that was inside one of the apples looks really confused as he's now like the size of a snake. All right, are you playing anything else you guys would like to do for the next 2 hours? Okay. Fast forward, eventually Norf arrives and sees you guys sitting around, kind of playing in the trees. Friends! Norf miss friends! And he rushes up and like hugs each of you. Alma, he gives you just a really big hug and kind of drools a little bit on your armor.
I'll
Alma,
just give him
I keep secrets.
good. Norf, you don't need to worry about that secret anymore, dear.
No?
Mm-mm.
Oh, good. Because honestly, Norf not remember.
Well,
Norf only remember not to tell, but not remember what to not tell.
Well, I know I can keep my secrets with you, at least.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember house, business. Yes, we find. Norf find for you. Options. Lots of options.
Well, I think we're all very excited to see what those options are.
Well, Norf like pretends to adjust like a little tie. First, we have, well, I didn't know exactly where Alma and friends would want to live, so I picked somewhere in the markets and somewhere in the gardens and somewhere in lower but it's kind of right on edge of lower and upper. So you have options.
Mm.
And if none of those work, North, keep looking. There's the Row and there's the Heights. The Heights is a little stuffy.
Which one would be closest to us, like right now, out of those 3 options that he told us?
Well, the gardens are right below you, south of you, and then the market, which is where all the stores are, is to the east of you.
Mhm.
So those 2 would probably, but again, everywhere is within 2 hours walk, 1 hour ride, roughly, from the Heights, because it like kind of connects. It spokes out, like wheel spokes out.
A lot of choices to choose from.
What like see first?
We'll just follow them in a line, right? From closest to us to furthest away from
Sure.
us.
I rolled randomly in markets.
Oh, and buckets.
I don't know,
Alright.
because if it's all like unidirectional, unidistant, then
Yeah, I mean you could hit one and then just kind of swoop back around and then come back up.
Yeah.
cool.
We'll do that.
And
And
the Thieves
I'll
Guild
pay
is
for
in
a taxi.
Lower Gakos, right?
I believe
The
so.
what?
Yeah, the Thieves
Thieves
Guild
Guild's in
is
Lower
Lower
Gakos, so you
Gakos.
guys, if you start at the market, you go to the gardens and then you hit.
Yeah,
I thought they were in the market district because the secret entrance
No, Lower
to them.
Gakos
Wasn't that in
has
Shampoodle?
Shampoodle is in Lower Gakos.
yeah.
Ah, okay.
So if you go to the markets and then the gardens and then to Lower Gakos, you'll end up there for that.
Yeah.
Depending on how you want to do. All right.
And we don't have to pay for carriages because council.
All right.
Ah,
So you get in. You get the council carriage. You guys ride to the markets. Norf regales you with stories for the hour. Just doesn't stop talking. It's clear he's missed you guys. You arrive in the Dinwig Market area. You pass some familiar shops, and tucked away down a street that's not actually too far away from. Let's see which one it is. Yeah, not too far away from Hanging by a Thread. You see a building that's is in good repair. It's not by any means run down. It appears to be vacant. The outside is clean. It used to absolutely be a pub of some sort. From the outside, it looks like it's multiple almost like not hamster cage, like where there's tunnels and connecting, but there's multiple different shapes, buildings and stuff kind of connecting. So there's some like one that's like a long stretch that could be like a dining hall. Then there's like a side area that looks like it could have been like where the kitchen area is and storage. From the outside, it looks like it's probably 4 or 5 connected rooms from the outside, and it appears to have at least 2 floors above the main floor. So it's like a 3-story building that you can see. This first option. Would you
Feel
like
like
to
I'm-
go in and see?
I feel like I'm in an episode of House Hunters.
That's exactly what this is.
Well, it looks-
First, can we get a rundown of what's around the house?
So this is a tavern.
What are the
with-
neighborhoods like? Are the schools good?
Well, this is the one where you're not too far from the Hanging by a Thread, which is the store that you got your clothing from by Sandru Avast, the fancy boy, who took Void and Chorus on a little manscaping. So you would be pretty close to that. You would also be relatively close to those Bunsdo. The market is pretty. You're right in the heart of the market, essentially, right here. So this is a very busy, very popular area. There are other taverns and such to, compete with if that's what your business, you want to do is. But it's not it's a very popular, very desirable location, basically.
How's the soundproofing in the upper levels, like the living quarters? Really?
Norf not know. That weird question. Norf didn't do
What
screen
for?
test.
Scream test.
It's in the middle of a.
No, for all
market.
those leather straps, I get it. I'm sorry.
No, this is in the middle of the market and taverns, and it's loud and busy. I don't want to have to hear
You
carriages
asked for
and
a tavern. Norf deliver tavern.
Yeah. We will go find out how noisy it is upstairs in the rooms.
the tavern's great, Norf. You've done great.
It looks so good. Let's go check it out inside.
Here's one thing Norf have discovered. People who drink and stay at tavern often don't hear much. But let's go look. Norf goes in. He's looking for like, the realtor's lockbox kind of thing. There's nothing. Opens the door, and you guys walk in the main entrance, and it is a big, square, open space. There is like sort of like a raised area for like a stage of musicians or something like that. There's plenty of space for dancing if you guys wanted to have that kind of option. Otherwise, there's plenty of tables that they could, be used to fill up more. The kitchen is very standard, adequate kitchen. You do notice that there is like a kind of a locked box that has some recipes in it for whoever purchases the inn gets to purchase some recipes that go along with it. There is a side room that kind of has meeting potential or maybe gambling. I mean, there's enough room that you could kind of set up some sort of like a side income there. Then there is
What
a
stage
long.
here for you,
Some
Nemea.
baccarat tables.
Yep.
Seeing the big open area, I think the first thing Void does is like just like point in the floor in the middle and like, of course, this is where we'd add the pole, right?
A pole?
For the fire pole to get from the top floor to the bottom floor for when there's emergencies.
I suppose that could
No.
also work for that.
Boring.
Oh, did you mean Nemea's pole?
I meant Nemea's pole.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm sure we can add that here.
Nemea,
We
would
can
you
do any
teach me?
renovations we need to.
Teach you. Teach
Would you
you.
teach me? Yes, how to dance.
Sure.
Oh god.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that. You've been teaching me magic, so yeah, why can't I teach you to dance?
Different kind of magic.
Yeah, I don't know if that's exactly a fair
Waltz,
trade, but
foxtrot, rumba, waltz.
The pole.
Okay.
that's yep.
I can't decide if a satyr would be really good at that or really like if
Really
would the fur be a
bad.
problem
With fur.
or would it be
Mhm.
helpful?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put.
You'd have to shave the back of your knees.
I'm just gonna get some leather pants.
It's made out of some human leather.
Mm-hmm.
oh god! Ah!
Looks like the contract.
Yeah.
Leather pants.
Fuck, we should have saved
Guys,
it.
I'm a human. It's got like just floppy feet.
Still have pockets.
Damn it, her pants have pockets. Fuck. Anyway.
This is fantasy. Women's pants have pockets.
Mm-hmm.
Infinite pockets.
Two little hanging pockets.
He shows you the
Old
rest of the
bunkers.
building, the outline and
Oh.
stuff like that. It does have 2 floors that are lodging, so there's quite a bit of space for lodging. There is a downstairs as well for storage, or whatever you guys might want to do in the basement. You guys can utilize it however you want. There's a lot of space. You could turn
Put
like
our
the
teleportation circle in there.
and then there's also like a spot for private lodging. Like you guys could take one of the floors for yourself if you want and just rent out one of the floors. Like you guys have options. Or you could do the basement for yourselves, like however you like, whatever you guys want to do. There's plenty of space for you to live and run a business.
Once we're upstairs, we all stay and stand quiet for a minute.
Yeah. How's the outside traffic?
Right now it's morning-ish, early afternoon, so it's busy. But you know that from your experience in taverns, it's a different level of busy than it would be at night. So the outside traffic is going to be much different at night because people are going to be tavern busy.
Yeah, we're just doing a test.
The markets,
we're getting
so
a
right
base
now,
ground
you
for
can hear
sleep-ins.
people. Sleep-ins don't really exist unless people pay for an extra day. But
Well, no, we're gonna sleep in.
oh, that's fair.
Have a late night.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have slept in the middle of, army troops and stuff like that. You could sleep through a lot. You're like, yeah, this isn't gonna be too bad. Hell, you've got walls around you. This is gonna be way better than sleeping out in a tent out in the middle of,
Luxury.
yeah.
Is there just one large, big room?
No, there's a big,
upstairs?
long. Oh, upstairs. Each room.
Yeah, is
appears
there
to
like a
be-
master bedroom? Is what I'm talking
No,
about.
What's the potential
But-
to knock down a few walls?
Yeah,
But
just
absolutely,
pick the
you
support
guys
beams
could-
up.
You guys could absolutely knock down walls and repurpose rooms of those. This is, again, you asked for a tavern less than a keep, so there's not really
Gotcha.
anything that specifies as a master or individual living quarters, but there are enough rooms on each floor that you guys could take a few rooms and make them one room kind of thing to make your own spaces.
So it's got
All right.
like big main meeting area, dining hall with like a little offshoot room at the bottom, and then
Right.
2 floors of rooms that can be separated from each other.
And each floor also has kind of like a common like gathering area that has like a fireplace
Cool.
kind of thing where
Oh,
you
that's
can
dope.
So this place is
keep.
That's
huge.
huge, yeah.
There, yeah. Norf was looking big for you. He wanted big.
Aw,
Right,
sweet
let's
baby.
check out the new place. I'm so excited if this is the first place you showed us.
Norf,
Well,
just
markets attract people looking to spend money.
so Norf, not meaning to be a downer in all this, but do you know why this place was abandoned?
No? Owner selling recipes, so maybe owner needed new hobby.
Fair point. Just a little surprised that such a huge place with a very good location is just empty.
It's haunted.
Oh my
Might
god,
be
please.
haunted. Might be haunted.
I'm
can deal with
tempted. I'm tempted
Give
to
me
go
a
into a
haunted
corner and
deal.
just ask Boz, "Hey, big guy, can you like see if I died of a
It's
revenant. I
definitely
don't want to deal with
haunted.
more ghosts anymore.
Fucking haunted.
It's fucking hot. Of course it is.
Sold.
We can be
We don't
the
even
next
need
place.
to
Oh
see-
my
we don't
god,
even
we're
need
gonna
to see
play
the other
7
places.
episodes of Ghost Whisperer.
That's what we're gonna do.
You must
after
return
episode
this locket
100,
to my
guys.
granddaughter. She's the only one. She doesn't know I died here and it's stuck under the floorboards.
Telltale heart.
She's a
Oh,
banshee.
Oh god.
Next one
I
lost
already
their
dealt
face
with a
in the
revenant.
fire.
I don't
We
want
have to find their
banshees.
murderer.
It's like 13 ghosts. Each room is haunted by an individual
Oh
spirit.
Jesus!
Oh my god.
You guys have just figured it out.
I think
so
we've
there
just-
it goes.
Stumbled
just
onto
found-
the ghost tavern.
Yeah.
No, what we should do is we should do a Call of Cthulhu or esque RPG that's like Patreon only of us clearing this place of ghosts.
Yes. Oh my god.
Candela Obscura.
Oh, that'd
Yes,
be great. Yeah.
Yes.
Amazing.
So I don't think we even need to see the other two at this point. I think we already decided.
Or the other two.
No, I want to see the other two just in case they're awesome, and we'll make the other two haunted. Don't worry.
we will kill people in this other one. It's fine.
I mean, Edie
He
got her
becomes a
training
serial
already.
killer.
Yeah, she got her training already from the prison. It's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Well,
All right.
number
So
2.
Norfolk, we put this one on the maybe list.
Mhm.
strong contender.
Strong start.
Really good job, Norf.
All right. You
Number
guys get back in the cart or the carriage and ride along
Mhm.
back to the Swalied Gardens. This one is a much more. The gardens are a much more quiet location. This is where the temple district is. This is where all the temples are. You come upon this tavern building that
Is it much quieter around here?
it is much quieter around here. People come
This
here
is
for
actually
more like,
unnerving. We're gonna make more noise inside than there will be outside.
We'll still need the noise proofing, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Void,
What do you plan on doing?
Well, just so we don't
What's-
disturb the surroundings.
as you walk up to the building, Void, what's your passive perception?
Doing
13.
what?
Everybody make a perception check as you approach the building.
Ah, feck.
Ooh.
15.
I should know. I
You
should
got a
know that.
19.
No,
She's
no,
on
no,
house
no.
hunting mode.
I rolled a 19 and got a 24.
Oh,
I got
okay.
Nice.
19 plus
17.
4,
Taurus is ready to settle down.
23.
So, Alma, what did you roll, Nemea?
17.
Okay, Alma, Edie, and Chorus immediately notice the design of the building, like the bricks and stuff like that. As you get closer, everybody notices it. But Edie and Alma and Chorus, you notice that the bricks themselves are not just standard bricks. They're not just like brick. They are specially cut to interlock in like puzzle pieces. And it's almost like it was constructed as like a jigsaw puzzle for the bricks.
This is the 13 Ghost House.
You get closer, and this also is very big,
This
but
is
it's
the 13
more,
Riddle House.
this one is like in columnar style, like longer than wider buildings, but they are still like 4 or so rooms. And again, another 2 stories above the main floor that you can see.
Does it kind of look
North-
like a church vibe?
No, it looks more whimsical. Like, again, the brick is interlocking like puzzle pieces where they're not like all the same, and it very much had to have been put together piece by piece. It took a very long time to assemble this. You do notice that the top floor is partially incomplete on one room. And that there appears to be a pile of bricks or stones or something on the side of the building, waiting to finish going into place. This one, owner putting together, just got tired of putting together and decided to let it go and sell it.
Interesting.
Passion project lost funding. The
Kind of a
design and,
fixer-upper.
the design and brickwork look way up your alley, Void. You could probably figure out the pattern and complete it.
I was gonna say, I definitely vibe with this house and its intent. This is interesting.
When you guys go inside, everyone again make a perception check.
Ugh.
Natural 20
Woo!
for 21.
14. So
Damn it.
probably nothing. Oh, no.
The other two? Edie, of course, perception check.
Eight.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
So Nemea, as you're walking through these floors, you notice you walk up one, and then like you turn around, and the people are no longer. The group is no longer behind you. The room has shifted,
Oh.
and then you look and you see there's like little tracks built into the cracks of the floor that the room can shift and kind of adjust, fitting with the puzzle theme.
It's built by H.H. Holmes.
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening?
It's like Hogwarts, the stairs like rotate and stuff like that.
Ooh.
Hogwarts if it was designed by a fucking serial
Murderer.
killer.
Yeah.
We're gonna hurt ourselves in this place.
Oh my god, no
Or someone
wonder this dude ran out of funding to finish building it.
This is fantastic.
Guys, where are you?
None
Where
of
am
it's, like,
I?
too
I took the
dramatically
left
different.
staircase, but it
just
started moving
changes.
while I was on it.
It just like shifts a little bit, so you have to like move around, but it's not like dramatically like where it will take you hours to find each other. It is more whimsical in nature than like terrifying, separating you from the group kind of thing.
Edie comes back out through another door, but she's upside down, walking underneath the stairs. Like,
It's like
MC
cool
Escher
Scooby Doo
painting.
thing. You walk in one door, out another.
It changes the laws of physics for you in the house.
I rolled a 28 for stealth. Can I just keep lurking about and like, oh, look over here? Just like my voice coming from different areas. And
Absolutely.
Feels like that one house that the Smith and Wesson, whatever that family is, that they have that's like building
The
rooms.
Winchester
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Winchester house in
Mystery House.
California. Yep.
Yep.
Feels like that.
just
Yep.
kept adding doors.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
stairs.
It is
Stairs and
kind of inspired. The idea behind it was very much kind of inspired by those two houses, actually,
mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is, but cool.
but without the murders.
Well, there were no murders
Well,
at
I'll
the
tell you
Winchester
later.
Mystery House. Just
tell
the
you the
H.H.
Winchester one
Holmes murder hotel.
Mm-hmm.
But
Tell
yes,
you
those
about
were the
the Winchester one
inspirations. Was
later.
those two.
Yeah.
So as you walk around again, it has all the same general vibes: space to build your own residence, space to game. Less space here for like dancing and stuff. There is still a stage for like musicians for entertainment kind of thing, but it's not as wide of a dining hall. This one, you're judging by the location, the clientele is different usually. So it's more designed for quieter evenings.
Be more like a cafe or fine dining or something if it's in the gardens.
Yeah, you guys, I mean, you'd have that option. And again, there's a spot where you could make a casino kind of thing to, if you wanted to add other income types. But yes, the kitchen is very serviceable. All the kitchens are going to be relatively the same. But you're looking at, okay, what's my clientele going to be like here versus the other places? Those are things to consider. But the puzzling shield is what this was used to be called.
Mm. Fancy.
So this one.
Alma's actually going to be by the door, and she's going to be looking out towards all the temples and stuff that are nearby, just really quiet.
This one is cool, but it feels like somewhere we would visit for fun, not somewhere we would want to live, right?
I like it, but I could see that. Don't want to get lost going to the bathroom.
Not if there's an emergency.
And no, this is not we can't have a tavern here. There's no customers here, right? This is like not a...
Be a quainter tavern. Quieter. Religious people still drink.
A
Could be an attraction.
Destination more than a pit stop.
Mm.
We'd have to play into the theme of the, getting lost and finding new rooms and other
Like escape rooms.
Escape rooms, yeah. We just make this an escape room.
That could be
Well,
fun.
we could get people to pay us to lock them in jail.
Hence the soundproofing. There, we found a reason for it.
Madam Hannah doesn't have to come up with other excuses.
The rest of you who were here, you are fairly close to the maze, the garden maze,
Mhm.
where you chased the abyssal chickens,
And we lost Adriel.
and you lost Adriel.
May doesn't say it out loud.
Focus on the
Doesn't
fun
want to hurt
part,
Edie.
chasing the chickens.
Yeah. Edie had her
Oh.
face clawed off.
You guys never did eat at that restaurant.
No, wasn't it shut down?
Yes, it sure was, because you guys got it shut down.
Amazing. We are the good.
Well, I mean, if they got shut down, that means that the food shouldn't have been edible. So I'm glad we didn't go there, right?
I think it was shut down because they had, they were using infernal chickens, but
Crossbreeding chickens with literal demon chickens to create.
Yeah. But I mean, if they
Edible
were
chicken.
delicious and fine, no one would say anything, right? They would just be like, keep that contained.
that was the
Would you
problem.
be
It was
happy-
not kept contained.
Yeah.
Yeah, would you be happy if you found out your favorite chain of restaurants was serving meat that wasn't really the meat you thought you were eating?
Well, what if if they advertised hell chickens, I'd probably give it a go, especially if it was delicious and everyone was saying it was okay.
Add that to your menu.
If it was done
Just add
ethically.
Just add the Monsanto logo and we're good to go.
Oh, God.
The what?
I'll tell you that one later.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
You want to see next one, or you want lunch first?
We can get lunch on the way.
Lunch on the way.
Is there
To
like
go.
any drive-throughs?
What?
Walkthroughs since cars don't
You guys are gonna
exist.
start. You guys are gonna start the
Carriages
first
exist.
McDonald's.
Oh my god, the first drive-through with carriages. It's perfect.
Amazing.
I'm a genius.
You're a genius.
So you guys get back in the carriage. This one's a little bit farther of a drive because it
Mm.
is kind of on that gap between Lower and Upper Gakos, so it can draw from both clienteles. This is more of a residential area. There is still obviously shops and things of that nature, but it is not the destination where people go to buy things. This is people live here, and so it's kind of like a suburb or a borough where there is, things like that. Built-in ecosystems.
Which out of the three is closer to them buns though? Those buns.
The first
The
one
first one.
is
The first one we saw.
Okay, cool. Noted. Thank you.
This one, as you get closer, is going to be closer to access to the Thieves Guild, the Blushing Donkey, the Ye Old Bears Tavern, Shampoodles, and then the also relatively closer to Cuckoo for Cookies, which is the teleportation cookies. The Petals Do.
Defeats the
off.
purpose of teleporting cookies if it's right there.
If we're right there.
Go with the Flow. The Spa would be closer to this one. So depending on what you're looking for, those are some of the locations that would be closer to you with this last locale. So as you arrive, Norf takes you to one that is much more traditionally shaped. On the outside, it is like two long rows and then a middle row. So it looks kind of like almost like an armchair, like if you were to look at it from the top down. Very standard look to it. Also only has one floor up, but it does appear to have a basement. So it's not as big. He takes you inside. On the outside, it's very. It's not like austere. It's not mysterious like the other one was. This is more of a residential area, so it's fit to blend in with the people who would be coming here. You guys can change and alter any decorations you want, but that's what it looks right now. This place, Edie, roll a perception check with advantage, please, and only you.
Backdoor to Cuckoo for Cookies.
Oh no, the glowing kite was in Lower Geckos. Damn it.
Well, that's not too far from here. You're right on the edge.
Yeah. Or this
Oh,
is
true.
technically in Lower Gakkos. It's just on the border to upper.
Right
so-
on the border.
Was it perception?
Yes, please.
19.
Nice.
You smell the remnants of sugar and flour and syrup. This place used to be known for cake for breakfast. They had like different types of breakfast cakes. Not pancakes, but literal breakfast cakes. That's what they were known for previously.
This place smells good.
And once she points out that smell, the rest of you can kind of like, oh yeah, that's what it is. Like it's a pleasant smell already, but like identifying what it is. Edie's affinity for sweets is why she got to roll
Does the
that.
floor smell like maple syrup?
The floor does smell slightly of maple syrup where people have spilled some and been wiped up.
Delicious.
That's
But
It's
it
like
is
the
a-
wood
Andy.
floor stained, and it looks like blood. It's actually just.
It's just maple syrup stain. Yep.
Just blood.
I'm the same
Chorus, you
reaction
good?
too, of course, yeah.
I just we are gonna have to fucking clip that and
No.
make an emote out of that.
No.
Because goddamn.
I don't know. Chorus's face
No.
would also be a great emoji.
We're not making Haley in compromising position emote.
Oh, yes,
Yes,
we
we
are.
are.
No!
Yes, we are.
There's already been 2 this episode that I've accidentally made.
Sorry.
And I think I've missed all of them now.
I'll
This
miss.
That
kitchen-
last one was something.
Something.
Roberta, let's grab that for us, please. This kitchen
Thank
is
you.
bigger. It is more counter space for rolling out baked goods. This one is definitely more designed for baking as opposed to actual cooking. There's more oven space than there is like stovetop space. Again, there's only one floor up above, so it's going to be more limited on personal rooms. But that can always be added. Like you guys would be able to add on another floor or something, but that would take more time. Or again, there is a basement. So you guys, there's options and things here. There is the bigger dining hall, and there are 2 side wings. So you guys could kind of knock out wall type space and open it up to, you have lots of options there. But this one is very much more homey, like people come here and spend time. You draw from the community. Maybe not as many guests would stay here, but you would definitely have people who would come, eat, drink, but less of a residential like stopping point for people. So Norf show you the 3 options, but can keep looking if you need.
This is quite the array of choices. This is very good.
Thought you might like options. Good place to hang up weapons too.
Sorry, did any of them have like a little garden area or like a little backyard?
All of them have like a little bit of a garden, like, or yard space, because
Cool.
it's, or like some sort of courtyard.
Yeah, cool. That's right.
Which one's with the best trees?
Probably the one in the gardens. Swelly old
It's my
gardens.
least favorite of mine.
But you can always plant trees.
I think I really like the first one.
How about this?
What do you guys think?
Just so we don't bias each other on any of our opinions.
Mm-hmm.
The order that we went in, 1, 2, 3. On 3, we show which
Write it
one was our
down?
favorite.
Okay.
Write it down. Write it down. Because that's the delay.
In character, we write
It'll
it
be
down.
fine. You can hold up
Do we
a
want to mail
finger.
each other and wait till next week to reveal what our thoughts?
Yes. All right,
This really
ready?
is
We
an
can message
episode
them.
of House Hunters.
Oh, I was gonna say we can
Everyone's
just
gonna-
message Dustin. Wait, what?
No, we'll hold
What
up
do
our
you mean?
hands
Yeah, message
and we'll
me.
vote. 1, 2, or 3.
Mm-hmm.
Just message me. Oh, it'd be
All right,
really
ready?
fun.
And I'm gonna count down.
It's like it's like a gender reveal. Just message me. Oh god, it's a gender reveal. But without burning down
Okay.
forest.
Oh wait, okay. We're messaging Dustin.
We'll
Okay.
message Dustin. Oh god, it's a gender reveal without burning down a forest.
But I wanted to hear people's like arguments.
You guys
We
can
can
argue.
still do that.
We'll
Why?
still
Okay,
that.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can still do that. It's just that the initial secret ballot casting will be via.
Because I
mean-
wanted to be biased. I wanted someone to win me over.
We're just getting our first thoughts, our first reaction. Because then, if it's just wildly everyone prefers one, then there's nothing to discuss.
And we don't have to buy anything. Like, oh no, the council were going to put us up, weren't they? They were going to pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is part of your agreement for working.
Holy shit. Would they cover any renovations we want?
Within reason, there is some sort of like budget, but getting you
No,
the price is this is
in
the
D&D
cheapest
times
of them.
for laborers, it's not expensive to hire them for days to do work and stuff. It's fine.
Magic users, that's another story, but laborers,
I'm sure we could figure something out.
there's definitely children around that you could probably have to figure out.
Oh,
Jesus
God, no.
Christ, no. Oh my god. Well, the good news is, too, we don't have to worry about choosing one just yet.
And I kind of wouldn't mind doing further walkthroughs of others, get a real good look, make sure there's no mold that we haven't just glossed over, or make sure the supporting beams are actually strong.
As you
Especially
say
if you
that,
wanna put-
Norf looks a little offended.
Well, so I think Norf has done a very
Norf-
adequate job.
Norf been here for a while, looking. Norf not.
No,
He's got his
no,
conveyance's license now. He's been doing all the checks themselves.
Yeah, he's got the
Yeah.
red blazer and everything. He's just like,
Clipboard.
Norf Realty prides itself in.
But come on, North. Even a realtor knows you need someone to check over the building. So
Got to make
And
sure it's up to standard, and all the plumbing and the building structure itself is compliant,
An
up to
impartial-
standard, and all of that.
an
You've done a
impartial
fantastic
third
job,
party.
Norf.
Well, tell you what. You guys have this discussion. Norf, go eat some leg of ham. And you guys tell Norf what you want to do.
So where should we find you, Norf, once we do make a
I'm
decision?
literally just going to be outside eating ham.
Oh,
Where does he get the ham from?
don't
Don't
worry
worry
Stop
about
for
it.
lunch. Pocket ham.
And while you guys get ready to decide that, we will take our break.
Hey!
Oh,
So come back in 5 minutes.
I just realized
where
it's been an hour and a half. That's gone
where we
so
will pick
quickly.
up-
Mhm.
Where we
that
will pick up
has.
our housing debate, and I will reveal the results.
You've heard of shopping episodes. It's a housing episode.
House Hunters!
When do we learn that
Vengalia.
Norf has a twin brother that is dating Zoe Deschanel?
It's wild. So come back for that.
See you in a bit.
I hope that got picked up.
Nice. I think we missed it. I think we just dodged a bullet.
Damn.
So they won't be taking you home tonight.
Apparently the offer's still out there then, whoever wants it. All right, in case you're just joining us, we are doing House Hunters Vengalia. We've seen 3. Oh, well, let's first off, Void confronted is the wrong word. Void confessed to Dominic about their indiscretions with his wife,
Not smart.
which didn't go great. But Void's still alive, so there's that.
I'm not gonna let Taylor get the high ground here, fucking Obi-Wan betrayer Kenobi, who forced this out into the open by yelling it at a camp full of armed people, part of the military that Dominic runs.
Yep. You did do that.
You did. You did.
But it didn't get back to him.
Yet.
Yet.
We could have been long gone. You would have been fine. And Dominic doesn't know your face.
You should have just put on his wife's face and made it
That
even.
would have gone over
Then,
real well.
then
God.
he would have been like, hey, you both did it, all right? Anyway, so that happened. Then they had a meeting with
Aldeem.
Aldeem, and Aldeem informed them that now Secret Keeper Falone has also gone silent, so she hadn't heard from any of the Secret Keepers that were underground with the Thieves Guild undercover. And so they offered to go help with that, and she was going to be putting on a lookout for somebody who might know more about a way to track down Snurry or the Wand of Wishes. They then waited for Norf after climbing some trees. Edie used Enlarge and used some sorcery points to enlarge some trees to climb and play with. Then they went and saw 3 different but beautiful potential taverns for them to own, and they were getting ready to discuss and persuade and then reveal which tavern is selected. And I will say, after discussion, if you guys want to change your votes, you may message me and let me know.
So what is the initial vote?
We should find out the vote first and
The
then vote
initial
at
vote
the end
is
again.
the initial vote is 2 votes for Tavern 1, 1 vote for Tavern 2, and 1 vote for Tavern 3, and then a abstain because I'm crazy or something. I don't know.
Who
Well-
abstained? It's only 4 votes.
Who abstained?
Hence why there was an abstention, because one of you was crazy.
We would know who the abstained, because
It was
in
Alma.
camp.
Alma said back, because think of Alma's thoughts in the moment, she actually doesn't choose one, and she is all over the place.
Okay. Void was the vote for number 2. Duh.
Yeah.
Who does number 2 work for?
I think
I voted,
it's
I
close.
voted for number 1.
The teleportation circle is close to the markets for any restocking. There's plenty of room for renovations to create our giant master bedroom, and there still be plenty of rooms for tavern goers.
Wait, did
I
you
don't
say
like
our
the idea
master
of a basement.
bedroom
It's scary.
singular? Okay.
You think the cuddle puddle is ending?
No, I guess not.
No, we're gonna make one giant master room, which will have like a section for each of us, which will be like, decorated, but then one giant. I want one of those giant circle mattresses just in the center of the room.
You want like a California
rotates-
king bed in the
Rotates
middle of
with
this
the
thing?
mirror on the ceiling.
This episode is just fucking selling Sunset or whatever realty real
Yeah.
estate show there is. The next episode is how to build a sex room off of the Netflix show.
At least it's not.
I'm
a
just
sex
imagining, what's his name?
dungeon.
Olaf from Two Broke Girls, like his big bed in the center of the room that rotates, and it's a water bed, and
Yep, it's got the mirrors up at the ceiling.
No water beds. There's too many horns.
Yeah, way too many horns and hooves for that.
true.
And claws.
There's 4. Yeah,
That would not go well.
No.
no. I mean, I can breathe underwater, so.
That 50-50 would go up to
Our
95-5.
customers can't, though.
Yeah.
As you guys flood the entire downstairs.
Yeah,
area.
exactly. It's not us that has to deal with the water when that happens.
What is your argument for number 2, Void?
It's just really fun and it's very on brand for me. I don't know if you got the whole
Yes.
puzzle motif and the mystery
Indeed.
interior. Just
I
I
felt like this should be your home. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like that's what it felt like.
So
I
like
don't know if that's
that's why
too
I vote
expressed.
for it. I don't have any compelling I will freely admit it seems like the worst choice overall, other than it's quiet. It's a quieter neighborhood. It's a little bit more of a docile clientele, potentially. Although number 3 also has that. It's close to the temples, which is like, I think that's a bit of a win for me and Alma, but not necessarily for everyone else. Like I said, it's just my preference, but fully recognize that I'm probably the odd person out here.
Chorus, what did you like about number 3?
Yeah. Nothing in particular. I've just
Ah.
kind of voted.
Did you choose at random?
Yeah, kind of.
Could you choose at random again?
One is great.
That's the smoothest answer of nice choice, but that's the wrong choice.
Like, do you want this one?
Come
or
on, that
this
was
one?
funny.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That was great.
My only hesitance towards number 1 was just the noise level, and they kind of look at Nemea a little bit. But there's other ways to mitigate that, I think. And like you all have said before, it's not like we're spending all of our time there. We're still out and about doing things.
Yeah, I feel like if we were settling down, the puzzle house would be great because we could then spend forever learning about it. But I feel like the amount of time that we're staying here, it's going to take us a few years to figure out how to get to each of the rooms.
And it's not finished. We wouldn't be here long enough or consistently enough to finish building it.
We could always use the proceeds from the tavern in the first place, buy the other place in the future.
Oh, investment properties.
Franchising.
Is that something we can do, Norf?
North's outside eating ham. Did you?
He's eating ham. He's just having a good old time.
I'll
You
stick my
can
head out. Hey, Norf. Is investment properties a thing?
Okay.
Great.
Is that
Yeah,
too
we can
much
do that.
capitalism for this town?
The town where Stead was from? The capitalist of all capitalists?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll leave it up to another vote, I guess. And Alma, you don't want to pick, or you don't mind?
As much as I loved the second home, I think the temples are still a bit of a sore spot for me. And I'll look over at Void, unfortunately.
That's fine. I knew picking it that I was going to probably be in the minority. That's okay. That's why we vote and discuss.
I just feel bad when everyone doesn't agree.
It's not a matter of not agreeing, dear. It's just a matter of preference.
I would
And-
prefer us all to have the same preference.
What if
Well,
we
that's just impossible.
I know.
have
A girl
Norf
can wish.
find some contractors and we can add some puzzle rooms to this one? We're already going to be doing some renovations.
Ooh.
Might
Add
as
a
well.
third puzzle floor.
What
Or
if
we
we
could
just
turn
move the
that-
other building on top of
We
this
could
one?
turn that side cellar room, instead of using it for like gambling, we could make it an escape room.
Nemea already has all the
Or
ropes
just
and chains
puzzle
and stuff.
themed.
Oh, for goodness sake.
The first one does offer a lot of possibilities for all of us, though.
Mm-hmm.
Although I will say the third one is rather homey.
Yes.
What- Be nice to have a place to call home. Anyway,
Get the third one. Don't put anything fun downstairs.
fun?
Huh?
Yeah, the basement's scary.
Oh,
What's wrong with the basement?
it's probably
Scary.
because it's dark. Dark and gloomy, right, Edie?
You don't like basements, just full stop.
I'll stop.
I didn't know that.
Well,
Not great.
then maybe the first home is the best option for everyone then. No basements?
I
Plenty
mean,
of
we
room.
could always just pretend that there isn't a basement and it would be fine.
Yeah, no one's
I
gonna
think
force
I've
you to
gone
go down there.
downstairs before, but you just didn't call it a basement, and I think that's the issue.
Is it because underground?
I think so, yeah. Feels unnerving, like I'm too far away from the sun.
You know what? I completely get that. And Nemea's wings will sort of like ruffle in like I don't like being too far away from the sky.
Then have we made a decision then?
I think we have. Well, let's vote again. But this time just by telling each other out loud.
Okay. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. 1.
1.
It's unanimous! Exactly what I wanted. And you said it couldn't be done.
You proved me a liar.
Yes.
Well done.
But can you count to 3
Not a
with
liar,
each of you
just
saying
wrong.
the number individually without talking over each other? No.
We have proven.
All right.
2.
We are unworthy.
3.
So, you guys tell Norf.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Norf will go off to finalize the deals, get the deed,
Hey.
so you guys can sign the contract, taking ownership.
Woohoo!
Contract, no! Ah!
I was Levistus all along.
Ah, damn it!
Now he has all of you.
The devil's in
no.
the real estate.
We don't feel like signing a contract. How much extra coin do we have to pay to not do that?
You're not signing a contract. You're putting your name to the ownership.
Yeah.
Just saying that you are
Title
the
of
council.
deed.
Exactly.
Squatter's
Gimme.
This will also come with the recipes because you chose the tavern that was selling some recipes.
Nice. What
So
recipes
that
are
will
they?
well, that will be revealed when you guys. I'll just give it to you now. So
We have to go downstairs and find the old recipe book in the kitchen.
well, it comes with the keys. 'cause
We
it's
have to go
locked.
back.
They were locked up.
Mm.
But in case I lose this page, it was strawberries with cream,
Ooh.
like a special strawberries with cream, with like honey and sugar and stuff like that.
It's called strawberries and cream, and the 2 ingredients for the recipe is
Strawberries
strawberries
and
and cream.
Cream.
Oh no, the strawberries
One
are like
step.
almost
combined.
like candied, they're like almost like the crunchy shell around the strawberries. And then so it's like you tap and break the sugar and stuff like that. It's
Yep.
very-
Oh my god.
That's fun.
spicy pork. There's a spicy pork
Ooh.
dish. And then it's called burst onion with fire mage sauce. It's essentially like a bloomin' onion with a really spicy dipping sauce.
Ooh, I wonder how Edie feels about spicy food.
Can we start Fantasy Outback Steakhouse, please?
Yes.
What we're doing!
Yep. And you guys can make more. Those are just 3 things that were added. Obviously, you can sell more. That was just the 3 things that were
Ooh.
special to that
Amazing.
restaurant.
The Fayback Steakhouse.
Fayback Steakhouse. Fay Run Steakhouse.
Yes, Fayrun Steakhouse is great. I'm going to roll a dice, and 10 and
We
above
might get
is
in
Edie
trouble for
likes
using
spicy
Fayrun.
food, and
That's true.
below is she does not like spicy food.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, she likes spicy food.
Nice.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Good thing you chose that one then. All right. So you guys will eventually soon be owners of a new tavern. You get to come up with a name for it, and then
When you're
Again,
homeowners in a
I'm
fantasy
little-
world and
I
not in
don't
the
know
real
that
world.
Faerun Steakhouse might be using that might be copyrighted kind of thing. So we just might
Twice
wanna-
over.
I was about to say,
Fayrun.
Fey Run is so close to Faerun, and I'm dying on the inside.
Not.
Is it like Feyrun, like Fey Run?
Yeah. Like literally the Fae are running this steakhouse.
Okay.
Because we have a Fae, and aren't changelings like Fae adjacent or Fae descendants or
They
something?
changed them in multiverse to be Fae, but I'm the humanoid one. But
Okay.
Void certainly acts kind of Fae.
Close enough.
Yeah.
When you have home ownership in a fantasy world over the real world.
Well, it's because the council was paying for it. If the council was paying for you in the real world, you'd be able to do it too.
That's true.
This adventuring party already has a home. Their council paid for it.
As someone whose
Not
house
a-
was partially paid for by the government, that
Yeah.
is the only way that you can afford one these days.
Uh-huh.
So
That's
don't worry.
Yep. All right. So you get to get the deed. It is now afternoon. What are you guys doing? You guys gonna head to Shampoodles?
Shampoodles.
And then what are
No.
Alma and Nemea doing? Like, what's going on?
Oh, I'm happy to do that while Alma. So, Nemea wants to find a toy store. But happy to do that while she and Alma wait for everyone else. But just sort of in between any downtime or like semi-private time that she can get with Chorus. Be like, are we okay?
Yes. You did something stupid, but we've all done stupid things. Ultimately, I'm just glad you're all right.
Yeah. I would never have done it had I have known, and I'm really sorry.
I know. It's all right.
Good. Yeah. I just wanted to help you. That was all.
I know. He was all born out of a good place. I just gotta be careful with those sorts of things. As someone who wasn't early on, take that with a little bit of I don't know. Your soul is not something to bargain, especially for nebulous answers from demons, devils, whatever the fuck they're called.
They're different people.
Yeah. My soul, our friendship, and the answers that was cryptically offered, not worth it.
For what it's worth, I wouldn't suggest taking deals with Celestials either. I mean, just maybe don't sell your soul to anyone, because that doesn't go great. Maybe Edie. Edie might be alright to sell your soul to, it's hard to say.
I think she already has our souls.
Yeah,
to be
probably.
honest.
That
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah. I know.
And another emote to clip there. Elmo fire.
Yes. But please, I'm not going to harp on or press for details. But I just want you to be comfortable talking to me. I know that I bring up memories and what I am hurts you in some way and whatnot, but I don't want to do that, and I want you to be, comfortable talking to me so stuff like that doesn't happen again.
Yeah, for sure. You wanted it, here it is. Malchus might still be alive.
Huh?
After we had a little argument, decided it was worth seeing what was going on, and I used the crystal ball to scry on him. And he might still be alive. Or alive again. Or someone is... It showed me someone that looked like Malchus in a temple.
Well, that's good news, isn't it?
Is it? If he's been alive this long, or I don't know, I mean, however long, and he hasn't come found me, and he hasn't been back to the temple where we were raised,
doesn't that mean he either doesn't want anything to do with us, or he's somehow not in control? I don't trust anything right now.
You can trust me.
And I do. I mean, as much as I think I can trust anything and anyone, you and the rest of the heroes are trustworthy enough. I mean, you didn't sell your soul to Levistus, so I think that's a good indication that you're at least somewhat on my side. But
Of course.
it's hard to know, aside from me, what Zaroon's got his hooks into. And also now questioning what Levistus might have his hooks into.
Yeah, okay. One problem at a time. Worst case scenario, Zaroon does have their hooks somewhere. But best case scenario, you've been living in the wilderness for 10 years. How is he to know or find you? And if the place you grew up with knew he was dead, then maybe he couldn't go back, or there were so many things.
Yeah, it's all possible. He would have been welcome back, though. I mean, he didn't do anything wrong.
Neither did you.
Well, up to interpretation, but
You weren't to know what was going to happen.
I was explicitly warned what was going to happen. But regardless, he made no effort to reach out to anyone from our past. And when I scryed, he seemed to be in a temple of some sort. So either he is still in the service of Matrix, or something else is going on. And I don't like that I don't know what else might be going on. And best case scenario, he doesn't want to speak to me anymore. Like, that almost might be
That's
worse.
a worst case scenario.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. He's either...
Oh, sorry, I thought you said best case.
Well, I did, but like... Well, worst case scenario is he's not back and it's, something else is happening. Middle case scenario is he is back and is unable to reach out. Best case scenario is he just doesn't want to, because at least he's him still.
I don't know what his abilities are or were. So maybe he can't reach out. And not to be a bitch, but aren't most people from your past dead? That was really tactless. That was really...
I mean,
I'm sorry.
You're not incorrect. I think most of the orphans are still alive, but I mean, Malchus and I's adoptive father is still alive at the temple, and he has no reason to have not reached out to him.
Sometimes if you believe someone is dead and mourn for them and not get over it, but learn to cope with that pain and loss, sometimes having them come back can be so much worse. Maybe he didn't want to inflict that on your adoptive father or the other orphans.
Maybe. I mean, it's entirely possible. Anything is possible. It does seem odd that he wouldn't have reached out. I mean, I didn't reach out either, so I suppose I've only made contact recently, but that was because I was fairly certain they all blamed me for Malchus being dead. If Malchus wasn't dead, or if he isn't dead, they would have all welcomed him back with open arms.
Haven't people moved around? Like, it's been 10 years.
I mean, the other orphans have probably moved on, or at least some of them, but Imril's still there, and that's enough reason for him to go back.
I don't know how resurrection stuff works. Maybe it brings the body and soul back, but not the mind? Like a reset?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's the thing. There's so many questions. It's hard to know what might be going on, but that's my concern. Anytime I'm not sure what's going on, it tends to be something worse than what I was assuming. And so, I thought Matrix just didn't like me anymore. Turns out, she might not be Matrix, you know, like, I hope Malchus is fine and remembers everything and just doesn't want to speak to me. I'm worried that it might be something else.
Well, and this is hypocritical of me, try not to let that eat at you. And if it is Malchus and he's fine and has chosen not to reach out to you, his brother, then that's his loss.
Sure. I mean, it might be my fault he's dead, but I'll take your word for it.
He chose to go with you. You didn't drag him there kicking and screaming.
Yeah, but I knew what might be coming.
You knew there were devils nearby, and you wanted to protect what you loved. Anyone would have done that.
I don't know about anyone. Emerald told me not to.
Did Emerald have plans to dispose of them?
I mean, I don't know what he had planned necessarily. I just know that he rightfully knew we weren't ready for that.
So he wasn't open and honest with you?
I don't know if he was or not. I mean, he didn't tell me he had plans, but he may have just not had plans. I thought at the time he was just trying to protect us because he was our father, and I'm realizing now he may have known more, or he might have just been being realistic. We knew something was going on. And he told us not to go, and I went anyway. And then Malchus died because of it.
And I am sorry for that, but did you ever go back and ask? Have you spoken to Emerald?
Just the letter that I got the last time when I checked in on our way north. Which is why I assume he hasn't heard anything from Malchus. He didn't mention anything in there, and I feel he would have.
Did you leave a correspondence?
I took the letter. I figure that's probably a good enough indication that I was there. No one else knew where he hid it, and well, you know, he can assume.
Maybe you should have said something or left something.
Maybe. I wasn't quite ready to engage in a two-way conversation there. It was enough to have to go and check on them.
Well, next time don't do it alone. If you want to go back, if there is a next time.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, he mentioned coming back after I reforged the sword and all that.
Oh, speaking of that, wasn't there that blind dude that knew about it? Maybe he knows about the old symbol.
Yeah, I thought about that. I thought about taking this and maybe talking to them at the temple or something like that. But I also don't know if that's a great idea. It's... If it is apocryphal in some way, it seems maybe like a bad idea to show up at a temple of Matrix with a symbol of Matrix that we haven't had for a while. We're having tech issues.
Doug attacked the camera in the background. And,
Dougie!
Oh, is that what that was?
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Fucking Doug.
Doug is Haley's cat, for those of you who are not aware. So
Doug was fucking around behind my screen, so he's just pulled my camera out. I'm so sorry, guys. I tried to fix it, and I think I'll be right back.
It's okay.
it's okay.
Fucking Doug.
So for the meantime, Conlon is Dustin, and Dustin is Conlon.
Ooh,
That checks
have
out.
power.
I got the power.
That's what I was, looking at it. I'm like, hang on,
Like
Dustin's lost
this.
his background.
I'll talk like this then.
That's a pretty good chorus voice, actually.
Yeah,
that was
that was
solid.
good.
It was.
Yeah.
That's why I claimed it.
Yeah.
Oh, my foot's gone to sleep. Oh no. I was sitting on my foot. Oh no.
We're doing really good right now.
Oh no.
Man,
We are.
That whole.
I
like,
literally can't feel my toes. So, okay, what we could probably speak with the rest of the group once they've finished talking with Norf. But what if we don't take the shield in, but a drawing of or something? And do you think we can trust the blind? I forget his name. The blind dude.
I mean, I don't trust anyone currently. But again, besides
You
maybe
did say that, yeah.
few of you, but that's a really bad way to gather information. And so I don't know is my answer. He seemed all right. I just don't. I mean, we could be chased out of town with the end of flaming pyres and pikes, whatever word I'm looking for there, for bringing apocryphal material to the Temple of Matrix, or he might just be like, oh yeah, they used to use that symbol and they don't anymore. Could be anything.
Rebranding to hit a
Yeah.
temper crowd.
I mean,
His name was
I've been
Gallon.
chased out of. Yeah, thank you. I mean, I've been chased out of town with torches and pitchforks. It's not great. But whatever you decide to do, you will have my support.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I almost wonder if Ishki might have more information. I mean, God of Secrets, old symbols and bullshit like that. Maybe Ishki will know something. You could always ask Void. I don't know what the right path is here. I want to avoid getting embroiled in some religious plot more than I already am, and Matrix doesn't seem all that trustworthy right now, but who knows? Could be anything. Lots of options.
That makes sense. Well, we can always go back to the Ishki temple and you can go inside that dome and speak with Ishki.
Yeah, I think... Was it Ishki that laughed at me the last time we were there? Can't remember. No,
No.
that was
Boz.
that was Boz.
That was Buzz.
There's too many gods that we've been talking to and have laughed at me or done other things. Anyway, yeah, maybe that's a good option. We can go and ask.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Great talk.
Yeah, and if none of that works, you can always ask your buddy Levistus.
Raid throne.
Sure.
Anyway, I'm glad you're okay.
Thank you. And I'm glad you are too, and we're okay. I was really scared I'd fucked up.
Well, you almost did.
I mean, I did fuck
but
up, but yeah, you know what I mean.
You brought it back. All right, should we go see if we have a deed or whatever?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Return to the group.
Edie's figured out how to sign her name now, and she's so excited to show everyone.
Oh my god!
I love that.
It is very illegible, but it's there.
Does it take up like the entire page on the bottom, and then we all have to do like?
By the way, it's
photo-
going to be a little while before you actually get the deed. Like, no, it's not. That's not today.
No,
She John
Edie's
Hancocks
practicing.
it.
She's been practicing her signature.
He's just been drawing on the floor of this house you didn't, or the tavern you guys didn't choose.
Yep.
Yeah.
Edie was here.
She hasn't figured out the was here part, so it just says
Oh, no.
Edie. She's still
Do you
trying
leave
to
like the
figure
little
out a
stick
deed.
figures you did on the house in the swamp?
No, actually, no, she does not. That there is not something that she did for fun.
Fair.
What are you guys going to do?
To the Thieves Guild.
And is everyone going?
I'm hanging out outside because I'm not gonna stir the pot. So
You two could always post up in Yield Bear. That's technically not Thieves Guild ground. It's just
Didn't you also say you wanted to quickly
it's-
go do something?
Toy Store.
You wanted to go
yeah.
to the toy store, so why not do that now?
Did.
That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, I can do that on the way. I'm going to be 30 seconds.
We
No, you
can't. No,
can't.
And I
it's,
can't do that on the way.
The toy store is
Okay.
not in this general area.
it's back in the markets, isn't it?
I think we're going different
The
areas.
city is too big.
Oh well.
It is. Hold on. Where was it?
It's-
No, hold
it
on.
can
Maybe
wait.
it was in the lower Gakos. Hold on. Where was it?
The glowing kite was. Glowing kite's in lower.
If we're in Lower
Gakos.
Garkos, the glowing kite was a toy store.
Mm-hmm.
Look in here.
It's not important right now anyway. We can just go.
No, I'm just looking for where it was, but yeah. Okay.
So I have silver hair that's just...
We'll.
I
hang
can
out up here.
see it and it's annoying.
We'll stay up here and Yield Bear. Well, that way we're still close by in case fights break out.
Hopefully they don't.
I think it was in Ramp Row.
Oh, it
Yeah,
was in Ramp
it was-
Row.
it was Ramp
Yeah.
Row.
Oh, it was.
So very much,
yeah.
very much farther away from here.
Oopses.
Yeah, it's not important. I don't have to do it right now. It doesn't matter.
Write it in your things to do list.
Mhm.
So we'll wait here.
Right.
Well, again, you guys could wait up above.
Yeah, that's what we're
No.
gonna do.
Okay. It's like, don't wait at this tavern that's a band, like, not, that's just weird.
No.
Okay.
At the ye old bear.
Ye old bears.
The bears.
And do we
Ah,
access there, or do we go to Shampoodle?
Shampoodles is the access.
Shampoodles is the access point that leads
To
to
the
Ye
Ye Olde
Olde
Bears.
Bears.
Oh, okay. Yep. That
It's
makes
like a
sense.
secret, like,
Sorry.
speakeasy, even though, like,
Yep.
alcohol's not outlawed.
I
it's
just realized. Yeah, I think I was picturing it wrong. In my head. But that's okay. We got there.
All right. So you guys make your way into the Ye Olde Bears through Shampoodles, the secret entrance. And then you guys continue, the rest of you go continue your way to the Thieves Guild.
Giggle Pit.
Enter.
And by the way, Void would have changed into Nanashi form, because that's how the Thieves Guild knows them.
Nanashi, it is. And you are correct. All right. You enter the Thieves Guild, and you see, again, very similar setup to last time, people around. You do see Tomph, the leader, sitting kind of at her throne, for lack of a better word. And you recognize, again, the gosh, what was the name?
Kyokos?
Nope. Kyokos is not there initially.
Mm.
It is Aloma Durante, the second in command, the sorcerer who had you guys run to gather those.
She hated us.
She hated you guys, yep. And she just kind of glares as she sees you walk in, but doesn't say anything. After a few moments, Tomph does look over at you. Welcome back in.
Good to be back.
Haven't seen you in some time. What brings you back this evening?
We were following up on something that we'd heard, that a few of our member have gone missing.
Well, now that you mention it, yes, and this was actually a very same problem, only it's gotten worse, that existed last time we spoke. I believe we mentioned this before.
Yes, so we were wondering if there might be an opening to potentially help with that problem.
You're volunteering to enter this path of peril?
Offering our services.
We really need heroes' business cards.
We do.
It was
I'll
at a
get
Gen
started
Con.
on those right away.
We
We can give them out at Gen Con.
made up a very good relationship with Isaiah. Feels terrible to leave his fate undetermined. We'd like to get that sorted and bolster the ranks. Speaking of bolstering the ranks, if this is a suitable mission, you think, for proving the worth of some potential new members, we do have some muscle and some spell casting. Yuri's gone elsewhere, so we figured we needed to bring in some new talent for our little gang.
You say muscle.
Yes,
Can always use muscle.
ample.
And Tomph just kind of like flexes herself a little bit. Not quite what I once was, but I'm still there. But it's always nice to have some more.
Don't sell yourself short.
Take it easy.
I'm always easy.
Are you Nanashi right now?
I am Nanashi
Yes.
right now because that's
Okay.
how the Thieves Guild knows Void. Yeah.
You see a faint blush appear on Tomph's face. I think I'm a little old for that kind of adventure.
Age is just a number, and I'll add wrinkles under my eyes, but then I'll just quickly move on to. So where would we pick up the lead, so to speak?
He leans in. Age is just a number, but my hip is just a problem.
We've got
Anyway,
pillows.
Nemea
it's
has
in-
ropes for that.
Nemea, who is this?
That would be the muscle.
Ah. You see her like, no. Anyway, it's in the sewers. We can show you the path that was used, and we have not sent anyone down lately. It was the path, we had a general path that was marked with Thieves Guild, and should be relatively easy to follow if you know what to look for.
Yes, we definitely know what to look for.
But it will, of course, we assume it's something deviates off of the path, which is where the problem lies.
Do you suspect humanoid involvement, competitors, or something more?
We don't know what to expect. They've all disappeared. There's been no word. We've stopped using that path for now, but if it is competition, then that's troubling because, well, the path leads back to here.
Would you want to meet our muscle and medicine? There we go. There's alliteration.
Yes, if you have them nearby, you can bring them in.
Are they within 120 feet?
Not exactly.
Okay, yeah. I didn't know if that would be easy. I could pop out and get them.
That works.
Oh, man. Come on.
Horace,
That's
can
what-
I get you a drink?
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Of course.
She asked if Boris wanted a drink.
He didn't hear me. It's too
Sorry.
loud in here.
Oh. Oh.
She'll
He's too busy looking around for Kyakos.
Oh, god damn.
Sorry.
Oh.
Wow.
Edie slides on over to the bar. Tear-filled eyes.
Cora said yes
she
in
thinks-
character. Now,
As
don't-
she thinks about what Nemea would say as she looks at this.
Because Nemea is so great with her words.
Exactly,
Jesus,
that's why
Typhane.
she feels bad. No. She goes and grabs a drink for her Void and Chorus.
And I guess we'll just.
And
I guess
then the
now that
people
she will.
break out in some sort of like Jewish dance in the middle of the floor.
Yeah, what is up with this music?
L'chaim!
I added a bunch of like more tavern music. We're on the tavern
Yeah.
playlist right now from
Yeah.
the bar crawl for the extra life, and so there's a lot
Amazing.
more stuff in here.
The
But
tavern
it
music
does
from
bounce
Fiddler on
around
the Roof.
all over the place tonally.
This is bar music from Fiddler on the Roof.
I dig it.
Mm-hmm. Not
if
a
I
sheep.
were a rich man. Okay,
Can't sing the rest of the song because copyright.
that might be old enough.
And
Alma Nemea, it seems we have the certain people would like to meet you. Hold on.
well, I guess she don't have a choice. Coming.
You always have a choice, and now she will lead the way.
Okay, we'll follow her.
Through the door, back into the
Great.
Thieves Guild.
You go back in, and Tomp is there waiting for you.
Tom, might I introduce you to the Muscle Nemea and the Medicine Alma?
Pleased to meet you.
Likewise.
He kind of scans you over. Tell me your experience.
With?
You're in the Thieves Guild. What's your experience?
The muscle. If there's a
Yes,
problem,
I see that you're
solve it.
strong. Okay, look, Vanilla Ice. I understand that you're strong, but what is your experience with this kind of work is what I'm asking.
I'm good with herbs.
He looks
You
over.
need to sneak
she
in
looks over.
somewhere.
She looks over at Void. She understands the question, right? I'm asking what
my
thieving
God.
type experience. This is not going well for a working interview.
When she says she's good with herbs, she can make all types of tinctures. She is well versed in poisons and things of that like. She can be very
Thank
useful
you.
for not just
Translation.
knocking down doors, but also for killing the things that are inside some
But
doors.
have you done this? Have you stolen things? Have you murdered people? These are the things that we need to know about. Are you the
Have you
likely?
murdered people?
Murder.
Murder.
Have you murdered people? That's
$1 million.
I'm so sorry I had to say that.
Yes, I've killed people.
Lots.
Any innocent people?
Define innocent.
Just be using your own judgment.
My judgment? No. No innocence.
We try not to kill innocents.
Quite the hip hoppy music for talking about
I'll
murder.
just change it.
I'm kidding. You're fine.
I bring the drinks back skipping. This is what happened. It turned over, the screen shot back over to Edie, which just always has a happy, jaunty tune behind her.
She's
That's-
put a request in.
That's it. That's it.
Drinks? Oh, sorry. I didn't get anything for you, Alma, on the mayor.
Nothing to worry about.
It's fine. Apparently, I'm applying for a job.
And then Toph looks over at Alma as well. No offense. What is your experience in this kind of thing?
Let's just say I've had to be covert for the last few years. New face, new identity. Being able to hide under certain people's noses. Plus, and I actually want to do a mind link with Tom. I can also do this.
Worthwhile. Worthwhile. You are vouching for them, of course, if this all goes awry. It's on you, and you will all be dealt with. But if it works, then I suppose you can be made members as well. That'll work.
Good. I'm glad we'll be of great use.
Well, just follow the symbols, the Thieves' Count symbols that'll show the way. And it'll lead you along the path that we use. At some point, again, you will have to look for where they deviate from the path, but it should be relatively easy to find at least where they were. And then we'll go from there. If you're ready, you can leave now, or you can leave in the morning, whichever works for you.
Where are we
No.
going?
The sewer.
Into the sewers. We'll have to get a little dirty.
They'll be needed whether it's now or later, dear.
I can carry you.
It's okay. I'm gonna go find some waiters. Where do we access the sewer?
They took you down to like the entrance.
And this is
Like
where
a-
they went missing.
This is where they entered in, going through this, and they went missing somewhere in the between here and the exit point.
There's a designated
And where
path.
does it exit?
What was that question?
Where does it
Sorry,
exit?
you-
Yeah.
Multiple places. These are ways that we get around through town. Some of these lead out of town. It really
Can you let
depends
us know
on-
where they were going so then we can follow the right path to where they were headed?
They were heading towards out of town. This was a mission to.
The out of town one. Okay.
Well, again, there's multiple points. That's why you follow the trails that's marked for, and you know, for your brother. And he explains kind of where you roughly, but again, doesn't tell you the symbols because the assumption is you guys know Thieves' Count.
Could you just describe those symbols for us very carefully and precisely, just in case any of us aren't up to speed on what those symbols are?
Or could we have a guide?
No, you're volunteering to do this. This is you.
No. Offering services.
You offered the esoteric service.
You accepted.
Yes.
Without setting terms, too. Very silly.
No, the term is if you succeed, then these two are officially members of the Thieves Guild.
Okay, yeah, that's good enough.
Those symbols?
Yeah. Please?
Because
and
I like
Edie,
you.
like, goes up there, like, little big little doe
You can-
eyes.
You can withhold them, but I'm most assured that we'll do a less good job than if we had them.
We're trying to find your people, you
Yes.
understand?
Yes, but the idea is you guys should know thieves' cants because you're thieves.
Well, did
No,
you teach
we
it
may
to
be
us on
thieves.
orientation?
Yeah, we may be thieves, but we're not rogues as per the rules of the magical fantasy land that we are
Sure,
participating in.
but in his world, or her world, she's like, everybody who's a part of the Thieves Guild should know, it's
Okay,
like
so then you
teaching a
taught
kid
it to
alphabet,
us?
so-
Yeah.
No, they didn't teach it to you.
Then how do you learn it if you can't already know it before getting into Thieves Guild?
Yeah. Someone's got to learn
thought
from
you-
somewhere.
I thought you already were thieves.
By definition of
Anyway.
being members
By
of the Thieves
definition.
Guild, yes.
Yes.
Here
Yeah.
is the symbols you will look for.
Thank you. I will roll a persuasion check on you. See, resist my charms.
Consider our favor completed.
Absolutely not.
No.
Let's try it. All right.
Maybe
They
if
open-
you gave us a whole translation of the language thieves can't into, then maybe I would think about it.
The person who can't read is asking for this. I love it.
I know everyone else can.
As you get the symbols, open the gate, the hatch, the entrance to the sewers. You guys step into the smelly, gross darkness, and that is where we are going to end today's session.
Woohoo!
No, no.
Let's enter this moist, slick shaft and see what adventure awaits
Uh,
us.
Why?
That was a TDT callback.
Yeah, I was just
I
gonna
had
say
to do
it's a TDT reference.
Yeah, I had to do it.
All right, we're going to do a raid, so stick around for that. We are going to have special guests next week. What?
Mm-hmm.
So stick around for that. It's going to be crazy.
I can't
You are
wait,
not-
and
you are
I'm
not
scared.
you are not going to want to miss. It is.
No,
It will destroy your brains.
I'm
We
terrified.
have brains left to destroy.
What you have, I was theirs, not yours. You guys are like basically like
We're one brain cell
We
share.
Feral
have the brain
ghouls.
cell.
Smooth. It's all smooth.
Smooth brain.
but until next week, where things are going to get cray cray.
Very
Love
crazy.
yourself, love someone else, and as always, are you ready for more tales?
Always.
Good
Bye,
God.
everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye. Don't go away. Stay for the
Bye-bye.
raid. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye now. Bye.
Bye.